Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I am so excited for this video because I'm going to be doing a week of green palettes. So this video is going to consist of 5 different green looks using a different palette every single day. And I just wanted to kind of play with some of my green palettes because I'm working on doing a battle of the green palettes very soon. And also I just thought it'd be fun to show you in a row how different kind of green looks you can get from each palette. So the 5 palettes that I'm using in this video are going to be the Just My Look palette from ColourPop, the Juicy Olive palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, the Exotic Peacock palette from Pinky Rose Cosmetics, the Blush Tribe x Paulina palette, and then last but not least is the Colored Raine Safari Raine palette. So all of those palettes have really fun green color schemes. Sometimes they have other colors mixed in there, but I tried to focus mainly on the green. So if you want to see all 5 looks, and let's just go ahead and jump right on in. Alright, so jumping right on into day 1, I went ahead and chose the ColourPop Just My Look palette for today because I'm going to do a little bit more of a really soft green look. I'm going to a gender reveal party in a little bit, so I just want to do something easy and quick. So here's what the palette looks like. Really beautiful color scheme. In case you're wondering, this ear is incredibly red because I had my geez, I can't even remember what that's called. I had that pierced years ago, and I never wear jewelry. I'm trying to get more into it, but I always forget. So every 8 months I have to re-pierce it myself, on just a little bit. It's just kind of a little bit closed up, so it kind of really hurts, and I don't know why I decided to do it before I started filming, so that's why my ear is super red. Let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'm gonna start off with the lightest green, Chances Are, and I'm gonna go ahead and run that through my crease as my transition shade. I'm gonna try and keep it a little bit lower down because I don't want to bring it too high. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab a touch of Kiss My Ass, and I'm gonna put that a little bit lower down in my crease. Just taking just a tiny bit to deepen it up. I'm not gonna go with a ton or build it up really. Just adding a little bit of depth to blend it out super easy. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab a touch of Charmed, and I'm gonna pop that into my outer V. And I'm gonna try and keep it there. I don't want to really bring it in further. I've found recently I've really been enjoying kind of keeping the outer V, or the deepest shade, just right here, and keeping the lid so light because I feel like it's really flattering on hooded eyes. I mean, I definitely don't do my makeup all the time to be flattering. A lot of the time it's just ooh, I want to try this, or I want to do that. I try not to give in to the rules, but sometimes I think it's just pretty like this, so that's what I'm going to try and do today. So I'm just very lightly blending that out and just adding a touch more. Alright, I'm going to go in with my previous brush, and I'm going to blend the edges of that out. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and grab Big Banks, and I'm going to put that on the lid. What a pretty shade. I'm actually kind of bringing that into the crease just a little bit because I'm going to blend it out. So I took my fluffy brush and I mixed a little bit of Chances Are and Kiss My Ass, and I'm going to go through and just blend out my crease right here a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take my previous brush and just slightly blend. Grabbing some more of Charmed, I'm going to start off on my lower lash line with that, and I'm going to do just a little bit and do it on the outer third, just kind of connecting with the outer V. I'm gonna grab a little touch of Olive You, and I'm gonna pop that onto the middle of my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab Mary Jane, and I'm gonna pop that onto the little opening that's left on my lower lash line. The Just My Look palette doesn't have a super light inner corner shade, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a single. This is Ghost from Amy Hearts Beauty. It's one of my favorite single shadows. It's this beautiful green pink shift, and it's just stunning, so I'm going to pop that onto my inner corner. See that? everything. I kind of love how that bright, like, light green mixes with this goldy shade. I think that's really pretty. Alright, so that's pretty much the eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and off camera pop on some mascara, liner, all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. In case you're curious, I used the Appeal gel liner in the shade Deep Taupe, which I got in my BoxyCharm this month. I've been loving this. It's so beautiful, such a pretty brown. I feel like it just adds so much dimension to the eyes. So for highlighter today, I'm going to go into Give Me Glow Warm Lights, which is a really beautiful highlight, very good for my skin tone. Yeah, I used barely any. Crazy pigmentation. So I'm just going to kind of split that between my cheeks and then just highlight wherever I want to highlight. For lips today, I already have a lip oil on, obviously, but I'm going to go ahead and take another lip oil. This is Pink Kiss from e.l.f. And I'm just going to put this on top to add more pink. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. I had fun playing with the ColourPop palette. I think that overall it blends really well. I do feel like that shade, the like mustardy brown, really cool shade, in conjunction with the lighter, more pastel greens, kind of ends up turning a little bit gray. But overall, really pretty. I've enjoyed the looks that I've done with this palette. So now let's go ahead and jump on into day number 2. Alright guys, so for today's look, I'm going to go ahead and use the colored Raine Safari Raine and kind of show you what kind of green look you can get out of this palette. It's more of like a mixture of greens and neutrals, but it's really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with this shade right here called Conga Basin. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right into my crease as my transition shade. I'm going to use that same shade on a little bit more of a denser brush and just going to kind of pack it into my crease so that it's a little bit more heavy, because the previous brush was a lot better for just a transition, but I want this shade to be a little bit stronger. I'm also going to go ahead and take that shade along my lower lash line. I'm holding the palette weird so you can see the shades better. I'm going to go ahead and take this like matte teal deep shade called Jungle, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop that shade into my outer V. Just right here. I'm going to slightly buff it in, but I'll probably go back in with my other brush because I don't want to bring the shade in too far. I'm also taking a touch of Jungle along the lower lash line as well, just on the outer part. I'm going to go ahead and take the metallic tree green right here called Green Valley, and I'm going to put that onto the lid. Such a beautiful shade of green. I'm grabbing some more of Jungle, that deeper teal matte, and I'm just going to kind of blend it into the metallic. I'm going to take my tiny little blending brush, which I have washed, or kind of just, I got the excess color off with my color switch, and I'm just going to blend this area right here. I don't know if you can tell, but recently I've been into super blown out lids rather than doing cut creases. For one, it's just simpler, quicker, and I don't know, I just have been liking it. So I'm just going to kind of blend that out a little bit so it's not a harsh line. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take Amazon Basin, which is this really cool, like, silvery, just taupey shade, but it has, like, light glitters through it. So I'm just going to pick up a tiny little bit of that on a very small pencil brush, and I'm going to pop that onto my lower lash line. I think that this shade is really beautiful with all of these green mattes as well, if you want to do something a little bit softer and more neutral green rather than doing the bright green on the lid. Last but not least, I'm going to grab Lioness, the really light gold, and I'm going to pop that onto the inner corner of my eye. Alright, so off camera, I'm going to quickly just throw in some black liner in my waterline, some mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, for highlighter today, I'm going to go into Sweet Tooth from Shade Beauty. I'm going to keep it super simple and just finish off with the Moonchild Gloss from ColourPop. Alright, so this is the finished look for day 2 using the Safari Raine palette. I really love how this turned out. I feel like it gives like a good grungy vibe, but still that super bright green, and there's lots of different fun neutrals that have really intense textures to them that you could use from this palette as well to incorporate into the greens and do different kind of looks, but I wanted to do obviously a monochromatic green look. So now let's go ahead and jump on into day number 3. Alright guys, so for day 3, I'm going to be using the Pinky Rose Cosmetics Exotic Peacock palette, which is a really beautiful color scheme. It's got a mixture of purple, blue, and green. Here's what it looks like, but I'm just going to be focusing mainly on the green today. And it's got some like grungy tones, but also some really bright greens. So I'm really excited. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to start off with this grungy matte right here called Risque. And I'm going to put that right into my crease. Just going to try and build it a little bit more in my crease. And then once that shade is where I want it to be, I'll take whatever's left over on the brush and just kind of blend outwards in circular motions. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take the deeper matte green right here called Discreet. It's still a little bit bright, but I think that'll be really beautiful. So I'm just picking it up on a tiny little brush, and I'm going to pop that onto the outer corner of my eye. I don't know what just happened, but I totally just like spaced out, and I was just thinking so deeply that I was just blending, and I was like, I'm filming right now. Like, I don't know like where I just went, but I completely forgot to say what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of deepening that green up on the outer V and just very lightly, you can see, just blending the edge a little bit. I'll go back in with my previous brush and blend more in just a moment. But I'm just kind of laying down that initial color, which it looks so beautiful. So I'm just taking my previous brush and just lightly going over that edge. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this teal right here called Lovesick, and I'm gonna run that along the outer like half of the lower lash line. It's a really beautiful matte shade. I'm taking just a tiny bit of the deeper green Discreet and just going to throw that on the outer half right there. Definitely more of a blown out lower lash line. I'm picking up some more of Risque, that first grungy green that we went in with, and I'm going to put that onto the inner half of the lower lash line. I actually really love how that shade looks and how intense it is with this like more packing type of like smaller brush. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more and just throw that right into my crease just to kind of build that shade up a little bit, and then I'll blend it out. Look how pretty. Grabbing my previous blending brush, just gonna go over that edge there. Alright, now I'm grabbing this super bright metallic called Provocative, and I'm gonna put that onto the outer like half of my lid. Alright, now I'm gonna grab this like metallic olivey greeny gold, which is called Erotic. This palette is definitely trying to get me demonetized, but I'm gonna pick that up on the same brush. And I'm gonna put that onto the front half of my lid. Just blending it in. I'm grabbing a touch more of Provocative, and I'm just gonna kind of tap in between. Alright, last but not least, to complete the eyeshadow portion of this look, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this light blue called Peacock. And I'm gonna pop that onto my inner corner. Alright, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some mascara and liner, and I'll be right back. Alright, so for highlighter today, I'm going to take my Highlight Mermaids palette from Lime Crime, which just looks like this. I really need to get more use out of it, so I'm going to grab this shade right here called Pearl. And then for lipstick, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it there. I'm going to use Clarity Cosmetics Swamp Thing, which is like a really deep green. Literally right as soon as I started applying the liquid lipstick, I got a phone call that was important that I couldn't miss, so I was like half a green lip on, like, hello. So here we are. It's been quite a few minutes, but this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. I feel like this is perfect for a week of green. I mean, obviously the green lip takes it to another level. You could definitely just do a super nude lip. That's what I would normally do, but I just wanted to do some different lip options for this week. And also I don't know, I think I kind of like it. I think it's really pretty. I'm here for crazy lip colors. So I hope you enjoyed day number 3's look. Now let's go ahead and jump into day number 4. Alright, so jumping right on into day 4, I'm going to be using the Blush Tribe x Paulina palette, which is one of my favorites, and it has a really beautiful array of green shadows in here. Half the palette is green, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on today. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this shade right here, which is called Friends. It's one of my favorite matte green shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and start that shadow off as my transition shade. Putting it right into my crease. And I'm going to blend it out and then build it up a ton. Isn't that so beautiful? Absolutely love that shade. I'm also going to go ahead and take that shade along my lower lash line, basically along the entire thing. Kind of obsessed with this shadow, so I'm going to put it all over. Alright, now I'm going to take the mid-tone green right here, which is called Humble, and I'm going to put that right into my crease. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit lower down, keep it right there, but obviously want to deepen this up a little bit. Of course, you could just go in with the really lime green shade if you wanted to. I think that'd be really cool, and just throw like maybe like a yellow shimmer on the lid would be stunning with that green all through the crease, but this is the week of green, so I'm going all in with green, of course. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that, buff it out till it looks nice and soft. I'm going back in with my previous blending brush and just gonna blend out the edges. Even though it's already pretty soft, I already feel like once I go in with my deepest green shade, I'll probably go back in with that lightest green again, just to make sure it's a very, very vibrant and popping. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't have super green stained eyes. I'm going to take a touch of Humble on the middle of my lower lash line, just kind of blending it in. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and go into the deepest green right here called Sige. And I'm going to put that into my outer V, just to add a little bit of depth. It's only a touch darker than the previous shade, so it'll still be super bright, but it just adds a little something something. Just gonna go in with my previous brush and blend that edge there, and then also taking that shade just on the outer part of my lower lash line right here. Now I'm dipping back into Friends, and I'm just going to refresh the lid. I'm just going to kind of take it over this area right here and make sure it's super, super bright and vibrant. And also right here. Alright, now I'm going to go into the metallic green right here called Solely. And I'm going to go ahead and just put that all over my lid. It almost looks silver when it's surrounded by all these greens like this, but it's so intense. I'm just taking my previous brush and just lightly blending the outer V. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend like the whole thing. So this palette doesn't really have like a true inner corner color. I've used Friends on the inner corner before and I think that looks really cool, but overall most of the shades are a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna go into a single shadow that I absolutely love, one of my favorite like greeny yellow shades with like a blue reflect. You might already know what I'm talking about if you're really familiar with my channel. So this is going to be JD Glow Cosmetics Prismatic, which just looks like this. It has a blue reflect with like a lime green base. So it is stunning, stunning, stunning. I'm going to use that on my inner corner. Prepare to be blown away. It's so, so beautiful. Alright, so you know the drill. Off camera, I'm just going to go ahead and throw on some liner, mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, so to finish off for highlighter today, I'm going to go into Pink Lightning from Sydney Grace Cosmetics. And then for lipstick, I'm using the Wet Cherry Gloss from Lime Crime in the shade Naked Cherry, which is like kind of like a softer pink shade. Alright y'all, so this is the finished look for day 4. Absolutely love how it turned out. I love the Paulina palette, as I've said many times before. So now let's go ahead and jump on into the final day of the week of green, day 5. Alright guys, so jumping right on into day 5. Today I'm going to be using the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Juicy Olive palette, which I'm so excited to be playing with again today. Here's what the inside looks like. I feel like I have to give you the typical beauty guru disclaimer that I am not naked right now. I have a shirt on. Oh man, I just stuck my finger in the eyeshadow. Not naked, that's all I'm trying to say. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Dry Martini. And I'm going to put that right into my crease. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lightly blend it out. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and grab Vodka-tini. And I'm going to use this shade along my lower lash line. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and grab Dirty Martini, and I'm going to put that into my outer V right here, just to start deepening it up a little bit, and then I'll just bring whatever's left over on the brush into the crease. Nothing too crazy. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and dip into the deepest shade Cocktails, and I'm going to put that right into my outer V. I'm going to try and kind of keep it right there. Alright, I'm going in with my previous brush and just blending that little edge out there. I'm also going to take a touch of Cocktails on the outer part of my lower lash line. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take Shaken Not Stirred, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Alright, last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and grab Garnish, and I'm going to pop that onto the inner corner of my eye, and also bring it into the lower lash line a little bit, and right here. Alright, so off camera, I'm going to go ahead and quickly finish up my eyes, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so for highlight today, I'm going to go into Becca Moonstone, which is a really pretty soft gold. Also going to go ahead and just hit the high points of my décolletage. For lips today, I'm going to go into the Linda Howberry Fantastic Lipstick in the shade Pink Opal. Alright guys, so this is my finished look for my week of green palettes. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun filming this and playing with a new palette every single day, but still just following my green loving heart. So if you enjoyed it, definitely feel free to comment down below. I always love hearing your feedback, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!